Hey everyone, Pat Mesiti here. What an amazing month we had last month in April with the 30K in 30-day challenge, and what an amazing month it's going to be in May. Now, yesterday is yesterday. So May is May. That's gone, been there, done that. We cannot go back. We're going to go forward. And so this month of May, we're bringing you the Global Financial Rescue Formula. Now, I want to stipulate it is a formula. And look, I've got some incredible things to announce tonight. We're going to be doing a various methods of teaching. Firstly, we've got the live webinars, and of course, they're available on replay. But I love the fact when people come live onto something, there's just something about being present in the moment that captures stuff. And of course, we're going to be teaching a fair amount on mindset, and then I'm going to give you at least 4 or 5 strategies that will really help you to build wealth by the end of the month. If you are serious, this is the place to be. Now, let me just let you know that tomorrow night, and I will be announcing this again later on, tomorrow night, I have coming in as a special interview in my broadcast tomorrow night, I believe the world's leading internet marketing coach. Now, he's globally recognized all over the world. You name the internet gurus, they've gone to this guy, and he's going to be with me tomorrow night live. Now, over the next few weeks, guys, and great to see you there, Lorraine, and great to see you there, Chris and Sue and Bruce. Great to have you there. And I don't know about looking sharp. We're trying our best. Virginia, great to have you there from the UK. Wonderful to see you all here. I'll let a few more come on. Please say hi to me, guys. Let me know that you're there. Come on, let me give me some love here. Say hello, whether you're from the UK or Australia, wherever you're from. We love to hear from you guys. Now, I will be re-announcing these later, but those of you that get in now earlier, what you're going to notice, some of my very special VIP guests, some of my very special, thanks Richard, thanks Martin, thanks Virginia, great to have you on there. You do need to register for my VIP guests interviews, and there'll be a link there going across your screen. Now, these guests, honestly, guys, they're very hard to get. Very hard to get. And these are inclusive. We don't have the we want to bring you into the Zoom because of the nature of it. So you've got to go to www.mesiti.com/formula to register for the exclusive special guest webinars. My first one is going to be this coming Monday night. And it's going to be a cracker. I'm telling you, my first one is this coming Monday night. So please get on there and register. We can only accommodate a few hundred of you, so please get on there. Greg, great to have you on there. Alan Jones, great to have you there as well, guys. Colston, great to have you there as well. Jules, great to have you there. Nicola, I'm doing very, very well. Now, guys, if I keep answering all your questions, I won't get to my content. So just acknowledge that you're there. Love to see you all. Just scroll up there and say hi to me. Great. David Bell, good to have you, my great friend and great student. So tomorrow night, I have an interview with one of the leading people online. It's going to blow you away. Saturday, I'm just going to get my okay from Jonathan. Jonathan, am I able to announce what I'm doing Saturday? Just give me a yes, Jonathan, or no. I'm very happy to announce it. I've got something so unique. All right. On Saturday, I'm going to be releasing to all of you the talk that changed my life. My mentor, Mr. Peter J. Daniels, will get paid up to $250,000 for this talk. And I've gone back to my vault. I found the talk that changed my life. I'm going to be sending that to you as part of this course. You must listen to it. Now, every day you're going to be receiving a different kind of format, whether it's webinar, whether it's a video. It could be an audio. It could be a segment of a book. It could be a guest person that I'm interviewing live. Yesterday, I interviewed Australia's leading property mogul. This guy has done nearly $100 million in property. Companies floated on the stock exchange. And that's going to be coming to you guys very, very soon. I'm also going to be interviewing the author of the book, The Super You. And he's going to be with us, I think, in the next week or two. But you want to make sure you register, guys. You've got to register for these, because if you don't register, you're going to miss out. So we want you to get a hold of that. But tonight, and I'll be re-announcing those as well. Tonight, I want to share with you a message that I kind of did a little bit of it last night to my Facebook Live page. But I want to actually speak to you guys tonight, really about the mindset you need if you're going to create wealth. I really believe many of us need to create a right kinds of mindset. Those of you that have known me for many years will know that my mantra is shift this, touch this, you get this. Now, come on, guys, try it with me, work with me here. Shift this, touch this, you get this. You see, the same level of thinking that got you where you are now won't get you where you need to go. Money is not your problem. Many people think that money is their problem. But obviously, for many of us, some of us have had money, lost it. Or we had money, failed to invest it, failed to use it properly. We are not broke. If you realize if you are earning more than $100 a week in your household income, you are in the top 5% of income earners on the planet. So money isn't the problem. And Jim Rohn put it aptly when he said that when he spoke to his mentor, Mr. Schoff, he said, my problem is money. Schoff said, Jim, your problem isn't money. Your problem is a lack of ideas. And many of us don't want to go through changes. We don't want to change. And we get stuck in our ways, in our methodology of doing something. Right now, the world has been forced to change. Now, myself and my business partners have been telling people for years, get online, build online. Some of you are still not doing it. Some of you are still dragging the chain. This is why this month we're launching something, because you disqualify yourself. I didn't have an idea. I don't have a product. Well, all of that stops, because we're going to bring to you the tools that some of the giants of wealth creation have used to build their wealth, and you can stand on their shoulders. Now, if that's a good thing, someone type into that box, oh yeah, please give me an oh yeah or something. We're going to interact with you a little bit. But financial change needs to start before your pocket. It needs emotional change. Do you realize a lot of us have an emotional engagement with money? We really do. We fear it. We stress over it. We panic over it. We get angry about it. We get envious over it. This is not about money. This is about what's going on inside your head. And really, most of us don't understand that broke is not an amount of money in your bank. Broke starts in your head. I know people that are down to their last 2 million and they're broke in their head. And sooner or later, the mindset catches up with the money and it ruins everything for them. So you need an emotional change. We need a mental change. Your mind needs to begin to think like a millionaire. I had to transition into that. I was not raised to think like that. I was raised by two alcoholic parents. I was in a very aggressive, violent home. I had to change how I thought. Now, please don't tell me, I'm too old to change. That is BS. And it's the BS belief system you keep telling yourself that causes us to stay contained. Over the last few months, we've had to change. I've had to pivot. I love speaking to audiences. Right now, I'm set up here in my room, built a little studio back there in my house just this month, just finishing it off. We're in the middle of renovations here in our house. Our house is completely upside down, but I've changed to meet the times. And what I'm doing in this next 30 days, listen to me very carefully, is not only bringing you up to date, but bringing you ahead of the pile. Yesterday, I interviewed my great friend, John McGrath. There you go. I've announced who it is. John is a multi-millionaire. I'm going to be releasing that interview. Now, remember, if you haven't registered for the special guest interviews, you're not going to get them. So, Jonathan, run that scroll along there as well. It's www.mesiti.com/formula for these exclusive webinars. So, and John was telling me how most of the acquisitions in real estate and successful agents and successful business, because we weren't talking about just real estate. He was the top investor on Shark Tank. He said, it's really about what's going on inside people's heads. Now, if you will work on your thinking, if you will work on your mindset, we're going to work with you emotionally this month. We're going to work with you mentally this month. And then we're going to work with you strategically this month. You see, the shift has to come from the inside. Financial freedom, listen to me, is voice activated. Financial freedom is strategy implementation. Financial freedom is mind renewal. I'm going to run that by you again, and I hope you're taking notes. Financial freedom is voice activated. Fear is voice activated. Hope is voice activated. This stupid pandemic that's out there right now, a lot of it was voice acted by the media and false information, wrong information. And I don't want to get on that, otherwise I'm going to start getting blocked on YouTube. And that's another thing right now. We used to have freedom of speech. Unless you comply right now, they'll block you. So much for personal freedom. And I don't want to get sidetracked. And that is a mindset in and of itself. When you've got to coerce people, get the app where you can't move. I ain't doing that. No way. But anyway, I'll leave that one alone. My mind is strong. I've made up my mind. I'm living by convictions, but we'll leave that one alone. So financial freedom is voice activated, strategically worked, and requires mind renewal. It also requires new habits. You see, sometimes if we don't change, if we don't transform, change will come upon you by force. When I worked with addicts, it wasn't until I got to the bottom of their life, sleeping in garbage cans and selling themselves for $20 on street corners. It wasn't until they hit rock bottom that they changed. And for many of us right now, we've been forced to change. We've been pushed into a corner, but some of us are still hanging on, hoping that something will change. Let me tell you, you've got to change. We're going to be bringing you 4 or 5 strategies to help you change, and we're going to hold your hand through the process. You know, it also requires economic change. Economic change only happens when internal change happens, and then also social change. You see, we cannot grow higher than the level of our 5 or 6 closest friends. And many of us don't realize that it's by mentorship and association. That's why I'm bringing to you the men and women that shaped my life. I'm bringing you my coaches. I'm bringing you my confidants. I'm bringing my inner circle of influence from all over the world. The world's top JV guy, world's best internet marketing coach. I'm bringing you people that can launch you on email, social media, you name it, cash on demand, the new currencies. For many, many years, I struggled with these new currencies and I couldn't see it. Matter of fact, I publicly said things against them, but I'm learning now that this is the new economy. And you got to admit you were wrong and move on. I wonder how many of you are willing to admit that you were wrong and move on. You see, anything you want, you can learn. I want you to write that right now in the chat room. I can learn. Right there on Facebook, I can learn. Come on, let me see you. I can learn. I can learn. I can learn. I want to see this scrolled up on my screen here because, guys, if you're willing to learn, you can change. Now, change is an awful word. Transformation is scary because, watch this, we don't know what we can become. We're comfortable with what we are. What is interesting is that the dinosaur, thankfully, is extinct, but the mosquito survived. Why? One was able to adapt and change. The other one wasn't. Are you able to adapt and change? I want to see those of you that can adapt and change. I want you right now to scroll change in the box there. You see, most humans have a resistance to change. I could take you to stores in the same street where people think, oh, you know what, you gotta beat them on price, but you gotta beat them on price. I could take you to a barber that's doing $20 haircuts. He's had more experience than the other hairdresser. The other hairdresser charges $50, $60, but they've changed. They've changed the interiors. They've changed their approach. They've changed their customer care. The $20 guy, his barber chairs are empty. The $50, $60 person, their chairs are full. Why? They adapted to change. And listen to me, you are not too old to change. You are not too old to learn things. Now, it's important when we change, particularly in this millionaire mentality. Watch this. If we don't have an attitude of change, we will be talked about as history rather than future. You see, if we don't adapt and change, the way we create wealth, the way we create money, our ability to learn, will be talked about in history, not in the future. If you're going to build success, you got to be position yourself for the future. Right now, I'm positioning myself for the future, for where we're going to go. Of course, we're going to be doing live events. I'm believing for that. I'm a live event type guy. But right now, I'm learning new strategies, all these things with StreamYard and everything else. And some of you have got businesses out there. How many of you, I want you to write now. I'm going to ask the question, and then I want you to write the number one. How many of you would like to rank number one on Google or YouTube in your business? I want you to type just the number one in the chat room or there on Facebook, because I want to help you guys learn how you can be ranked number one. You don't want to be the second person people think of. You want to be the first person people think of. And great having you there on Facebook, Malcolm Sword and Anthony Liedenberg. Fantastic. And Jeremy Thomas, my great friend Jeremy. Listen, several years ago, there was a guy called Jerry Dorsey. He wasn't doing well. An incredible voice. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, husband. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, Costin. Thank you, Jeff Russell. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, David Elms. Thank you, so many of you there putting number one. Let me see some more. I need to see more of them come through there, guys, because there's quite a few of you on there, and it's important we engage. Now, Jerry Dorsey, you may not know him, but an incredible voice, an incredible talent, and yet he was going nowhere. So he went and changed his name and changed his style and changed a little bit of his music. And, of course, now he's known as Engelbert Humperdinck. Same talent, same ability, but wasn't changing to meet the needs of the market. You know, when I took over my drug rehabilitation center at Teen Challenge, it was using an archaic system trying to reach young people. It was $276,000 in debt, losing $27,000 a month with 4 boys in the program. And they told me that they can't find enough drug addicts to fill a 40-bed facility in the central coast of Sydney. I can find 40 drug addicts if I walk down the road here on the Gold Coast. Now, let me tell you something. The problem is they didn't change. They did not change. They refused to change, and what they did, they began to accumulate debt. You see, debt and financial ruin is a result of bad advice, ignored advice, or trying to do it on your own. No one has ever become wealthy on their own, guys. So when I took over it, I changed the method. I changed the mindset. These employees there were being paid by Centrelink because they were charity workers. I stopped that. I was going to run it like a business, and I was going to also make sure that everything we did was above board. Well, as a result, out of that, over 400 young men graduated from our program with an 86% success rate. Now they have their own beautiful facility and a female facility. But you see, if you use yesterday's methods in today's world, you're not going to have it tomorrow. The currencies that are changing. The way we do internet is changing. The way we do online marketing is changing. And some of you have been trying for years to use an old method that's not working. You've got to keep up with the times and ahead of the times. I want to tell you what's happening tomorrow, today. And that's what this next few weeks is about. And we're going to do it through many various means. We're going to be coming to you through live webinars. You want to make sure you register for those webinars. Guys, listen to me. Jonathan, run that link, my brother. I want you to run that link. You've got to register. My special guest, my international special guest. I've invited the likes of Peter Switzer, John McGrath, Jacob Galea, one major international guy this afternoon, secured him, and he packs thousands of people go to hear him, and they pay thousands of dollars to hear him. If you're not registered, you can't get out. And even you guys on Facebook, you've got to register there on that link, guys, because if you don't, you can't get access to these exclusive webinars that I'm doing. Now, we're going to be teaching you through webinars. We're going to be teaching you through videos. We're going to be sending out videos. We're going to be sending out some audios. Make sure you engage, because everything's strategically placed to help build the right mindset, and then we give you strategy. There's no point in me giving you a strategy without the right mindset. It'll fall apart. We've got to put the right things in place and the right things in order, guys. So we're going to work mindset, then strategy. Mindset, then strategy. You see, when I took over Youth Alive, the youth work, it was an archaic method. They were trying to reach kids with, boring songs like Great and Wonderful, They Wondrous Deeds, and, some stupid stuff that wasn't reaching the young people. Outside there, they're playing Smoke on the Water, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and out there in the church, they were doing Kumbaya while kids are smoking pot and losing their lives to all kinds of dangerous, addictive behaviors. Well, we came along and we changed it. And, of course, the religious system hated it. The lights, the sound, the smoke machine. See, we get threatened by that which we do not understand. Now, in 2001, I had to pivot and change my life. My world came crashing down. I had to change. My life has been a process of change. My wife just said to me, Pat, it seems that when you hit a crisis, you kick into another gear. We've done more financially in this last month in lockdown than we did in the previous months. I think some of them put together. Why? We changed. We change. And if you're able to change, I'm telling you, anything is possible. You see, all of these things, all of these external things around me forced an inner change. And right now, there's external things around you forcing you to an inner change. It's compelling you. And let me tell you the three type of people that don't change. Number one, the dead. They can't change. Number two, a fool. Now, please don't be upset if I say that word, but fools don't change. Number three, the delusional. Do you know the greatest day of my life was the day when I went, I shall not kid myself anymore. That's the day I decided that I could change. And I began to build wealth. Where was the problem going from selling tapes at $4 to selling the same tape at $697? Where was the problem? The problem was in my head. The problem was I was put in a culture of containment. It wasn't until I started going to some meetings and network marketing meetings and personal development meetings that things changed. Malcolm Sword's one of the guys that I know he's on the Facebook there. That was part of that great era and still is, by the way, still building a great business there. But why don't people change? Well, number one, it's not my idea. Listen, let me tell you the secret to creating great wealth. Find an idea that someone else has got and make it better. Richard Branson did not invent airlines. Richard Branson did not invent discount flying. He just made it better. He made it sexier. He changed the vibe. And guys, I'm telling you right now, if you will adopt ideas, this month is about adopting other people's ideas. They will help you, and you can turn that into money so that you can prosper. Now, I know some of us, the struggle is that our minds are limited. And we get stuck with, oh, I'm too old, I can't learn, it's too hard, I can't afford. Do you know what the wealthy think? The wealthy go, how can I afford? Stop saying you can't afford and figure out how. The moment you say I can't afford, you're shutting the gates on everything. You're putting up the blockages there. Another reason why people don't change is they can't see the future. I was just saying to my family before dinner, matter of fact, my wife's son has got his birthday party on tonight, and I'm here doing the webinar, believing to help people. That's what I do. And, you know, we were just talking about, wow, can't wait for lockdown. Where are we going to go for our first holiday? Are you planning your future? What kind of money do you need for the future? What kind of money do you need for your grandkids, for your great-grandkids, for your children? You've got to think ahead. You've got to begin to think, not just month by month, but year by year and generation to generation. You've got to think future. The third thing is people aren't inspired or they haven't had enough pain. You see, it's only when we're in pain that we really change. It's only when we're inspired. We will change by two things. Watch this. Watch this. You ready for it? Desperation or inspiration. I think inspiration is an easier one, guys. You've got to be inspired. Third reason is that change brings out all their insecurities. For many people, change causes us to force us to deal with our insecurities, our challenges, our mindsets. To be told you're not thinking right. To be told you're not thinking like a millionaire. It's a challenge. And many of us go, well, you know, it's just the way it is. Oh, no one gives us a lucky break. I'm telling you, it's crazy. If people are out there lining up buying toilet paper, copious amounts of toilet paper, they'll never use the broke mindset. The wealthy are thinking, where can I invest something? What are you doing with the government monies that have been handed out? Are you overspending? Or are you investing? What are you investing in? I'm telling you, this month is a month where you can be like Elizabeth Hughes. Elizabeth Hughes, we worked on her for that 24-hour period. You all saw what happened. From a standing start. And we asked people to bring in applications. I'm not here to upset anyone, but from 4,000 people that watched, only 250 applications, and we were going to give you a leg up to build a massive business. That's crazy. We should have got 4,000. If you can't write an email, if you can't fill in a registration page to get past, to get registered for these special guest interviews, what chance have you got of building wealth? And by the way, being a good person doesn't qualify. Let me tell you something about money. Money does not know the difference between a priest and a pornographer. Money has no value except the value you give it. Money has no morals except the morals you give it. And by the way, prayer, hope, and wishing isn't a strategy. There you go. I've upset a few of you right now. Listen to me. It's not. It's not. For some of us, it's an excuse. Now, come on. How many of you here want to learn strategies? I want you right now in the chat box, wherever you are, to write the word strategy in there. Come on, engage with me. Your opportunity is right now. You're right. Engage with me. Where are those of you that say, right, that's it, Pat, I want strategies because I'm going to give you them. After all, I want to bring you the strategies that have helped me. The other reason is why people don't grow is that that their normal gets disrupted. Now, I know people go, well, I've invested in myself. Well, let me tell you, you've got to keep investing in yourself. It's not a matter of I did it once, I did it twice, I did it 5 years ago. You've got to keep digging in that well. You can't draw water from a well that you've not dug. You can't draw water from, or you can draw water from a well that someone else has dug, but some people go, oh, can you go and get it for me? Come on, man. We need to be implementers of strategy. Watch this, and our normal will be disrupted. Right now, our world has had the biggest disruption. Now, let me tell you, disruptors happen. Taxis are becoming irrelevant. Uber is taking over. Restaurants that used to be packed now forced to do takeaway. And to every down, there's an up. Now some of my friends that have got restaurants are going, wow, we now have added something to another arrow in our quiver. We've got a great takeaway thing. And when the doors are open, now we've got two businesses, something that never happened before. If you look at this, this lockdown or whatever we've had as something to hinder you and block you, this is the greatest moment of opportunity. If you see it as one, guys, you see, others of us don't change because, watch this, we feel we might lose something. Our friends, our reputation, the way it's always been done. Listen, I really believe some of us need to re-engage with our mind, re-engage with our strategies, and develop new ones. Don't fall in love with something that isn't working, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a diet, whether it's a lifestyle, whether it's a mindset, or whether it's a job. Find something that will work. We're going to be bringing you stuff that are tried and proven, but we're going to work on that mindset right. Now, here's the biggest killer of all change and wealth transformation: tradition. We've always done it this way before. Well, how did that work for the McDonald's brothers? They were stuck and just about lost everything. Ray Kroc comes along, changed an entrepreneur. They fell in love with the burger, then the ability to spread that business and go global. You see, I really believe if we will implement simple changes. In 1553, Admiral Sir Richard Hodding noted that 10,000 sailors died from scurvy under his watch. He also recorded orange and lemons were the best cure. 20 years later, the British Navy claimed scurvy could be eliminated if the Navy would supply oranges or lemons. 40 years later, in 1794, they supplied and no one died since. It took them, what, 200 years? And another time, 40 years to implement something that could have saved them? What's it going to take? Do you realize when Henry Ford brought out the Model T Ford, he had O-rings placed on streets because people were so petrified that the car would run away like a horse. Another one in 1937, Sylvan Groman initiated the concept of shopping carts. People were afraid, so he hired fake shoppers to use the carts. You see, many of us are petrified of change, and it's a small change. The little changes. Right now, you can't go to a supermarket without there being a hand sanitizer. Change is here. Some of these things are here to stay. But are you willing to change the way you're doing business? Are you willing to implement new strategies? Are you willing to focus on the benefits of what's there? You see, I believe if we don't get stuck in a rut mentally, if we don't get stuck in a rut emotionally, if we don't get stuck in a rut, you see, that rut will lead you into financial devastation. You see, when in times of change happen, you've got to change. Guys, put the time in. Just give me an hour, even less than an hour a day. Come on, you're in lockdown. Turn your computer on. Give us some time. Put the time aside in your diary. Listen, if you email my office, contact us. We'll give you the schedule of everything that we're doing this month. Probably shouldn't say that publicly with all this, but we're able to do that. Register for those special super guest webinars that are coming out. One of them I'm going to launch this Monday night. You see, you need time. Secondly, we need exposure. Now, if you email bookings@mesiti.com, we'll give you a schedule of every webinar. I'm not going to tell you who the speakers are or of everything that we're doing in this month. Now, some of it will be webinar. Some of it will be video. I'm so excited because on Saturday, I believe it's Saturday anyway, Jonathan, we're going to be giving you the talk that changed my life. This talk changed my life. And I know Jeremy's watching it on there on Facebook, and Mr. Daniel's talk, what makes the great, great. Oh my gosh, it moved me. It moved me. And I want to share that talk with you. And then on Sunday, we're going to be sending another gift out to you, preparing you for Monday. Now, Monday morning, we've got 2 sessions on Monday morning and Monday night because of the amount of people that generally will be registering. So you want to make sure you're in early. Monday morning, Australian time at 9 a.m. and then 7 p.m. on Monday night. And if you go and register, you will secure your spot. Now, guys, also, please make sure you like and subscribe and share our YouTube page. So what do we need to do in times of change? Well, we need time. We need exposure. Number 3, we need to participate and engage. You're not going to change your financial future if you don't participate and engage. I can't change your financial future, watch this, unless you get out of your own way. Thank you, Mandy Walker, for putting that up there. You've got to get out of your own way. This is blocking some of you. The fear is blocking you. You've got to get out of your own way. Laziness out the door. See, many of us want to create wealth, and we fall in love with the pot at the end of the rainbow. You've got to fall in love with the process. Fall in love with the process. People fall in love with marriage, but not the process. You got to fall in love with the process. The other thing is, watch this, avoid too much information. I watch people, especially in my seminars, or even when I'm doing interviews now, they want to know all the fine print. You can't work with that, guys. You can't work that way. Richard Branson said, if someone gives you a good idea, say yes and figure it out later. That's what I want to encourage you to do this month. We're going to bring you some cracker ideas, amazing interviews, amazing content. But if you're not there, we can't help you. Watch this. If you're wanting more, see, a lot of it is fear-based. You want to know all the details. The other week, I was doing something in a country, not on my webinar, but for a promoter. And the only questions I got from people was about refund policy. I immediately said, this crowd's not for me. They're asking the wrong question. They should be asking where they're going to invest, how they're going to be making money, how they're going to increase. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the questions you ask oftentimes reflect the mindset you've got. I'm telling you, the questions you ask reflect the mindset you have. And you've got to be also a person that understands and emphasizes benefits. The benefits of this are the benefits of me going number 1 on Google, the benefits of me getting JV partners, the benefits of getting my email marketing right, the benefits of me learning about new currencies, the benefits of me working on my mindset. What are the benefits? Understand that the benefits are what matters, guys. If you work on the benefits, think benefits. If you're in sales, sell benefits, benefits, not features. What's the benefits? I just went the other day and looked at a brand new oven, and they're selling me the features. I want to know what's the benefits of that thing. Show me what I can do. How many lasagnas can I put in that oven? Well, how many roasts can I cook in there? I don't care about the fancy little gadgets that you got there. I'm probably not going to use them anyway. Give me the benefits of this oven. You see, guys, if we sell benefits, that's where we get a response. If you're in sales or in leadership, sell the benefits. The other thing is, and I've mentioned it so many times tonight, you've got to shift your thinking. You see, your family, your future, your money, your wealth relies a lot on your thinking. You've got to be a relentless pursuer of change. Now, in the next 10 minutes, we're done at 7:45, guys. Have you enjoyed it so far? Have you learned something? Are you learning something? Give me a yes if you are, guys. If you're learning something, I really believe that there's some things that we can develop in our mind to really grow. Now, as I said, over this month of May, we're going to be coming to you in these formats: webinars, videos, special guests, exclusive interviews, some pre-recorded, some live. I have gone and got all my mentors, all the people I deal with on a weekly basis, the people that have helped me build my business, some from the past, some in the present, and some that we're working towards some great futures, guys. Let me tell you something. This is going to exceed what we did last month in April. Elizabeth Hughes today is $128,000 wealthier off, more wealthier, because she applied, she engaged, she took some action. And we want to help you build your business and your life. I'm asking you to stick with this whole month. Put that hour away a day. You got 24 hours, give 1 hour, even less, to work on building wealth. Now, firstly, what's that Millionaire Mind take? Number one, they finish what they start. People are great starters and lousy finishers. Okay, we started tonight. Finish it. Do it. Watch the replays. Watch the videos. Listen to the audios. Engage. Number two, in your mind, I want you to think, what is possible? What's possible? What would you like to earn or create in the next month or two outside of what you're getting paid right now? What would you like to earn? Another 10,000, 5,000, 20,000, 50,000? For Elspeth, it's 128,000. We only wanted to try and build a business and raise 30K. Someone's asked me to do this challenge and, do it in half the time. It's a challenge. But right now, this month, we're going to be focusing on strategies that you can implement right away. But you've got to ask yourself, what do I want? What outcome do I want? Thirdly, you've got to see money as a stream, not a pond. Money's got to flow. You can't see money as a pie. They've taken a piece of my pie. Get rid of the pie mentality. See money as a stream. It's got to come in. It's got to go out. Right now, in governments all over the world, they're handing out. Pretty soon, they're going to want to start some coming back in. And guess who's going to pay for it? You are. So you better be prepared. Believe me, the pension won't be around for much longer. And if you're on a pension, you know that is a struggle in and of itself. For many of us, superannuation is taking a massive hit. I'm going to be bringing in economists. Some of the leading economists on the world are going to be speaking to you. Some of the leading entrepreneurs in the world are going to be in these webinars and calls. Some of them, listen to me, I won't even announce. I'm just going to spring them on you. And you say, oh, I missed it. Well, you should have been on. You say, Pat, you're a bit hard. No, I want you to follow a process. I'm a coach and a mentor. I'm not your mum. You've got to follow a process. Get on that email list and register your information with us, guys. We want to text you. We want to contact you. Keep you posted on what's coming up. Some news story, tidbits, items that we've got coming up. And the next thing is, watch this. Learn to let go of the comfortable to experience the extraordinary. You know, in our Western world, we are far too comfortable. We have really no idea what poverty is. I could take you some of the streets of Calcutta. I could take you some of the streets of Australia, some of the streets of some of the ghettos in Bangkok and in Thailand and Cambodia. We are very wealthy people compared to most countries, and we're too comfortable. Comfort kills income. Income grows at the end of your comfort zone. You've got to get beyond your comfort zone. You've got to, for me, speaking, doing this, I have no audience tonight. I thrive on audience participation and connection, but I'm having to learn to connect with you, to speak to you, to drop something in your heart. You see, ladies and gentlemen, if we become the kind of people that let go of the comfortable. When I drove down past the venues where I was supposed to have my events, tears coming down my face because people that we couldn't help, I had to quickly pivot and change and think, how do I do this? And right now, opportunity is knocking on your door. You've got to value financial freedom more than you value security. If you're going to create wealth, you've got to value financial freedom more than security and more than comfort. If you get out of your comfort zone, I mean, Elspeth had to get out of her comfort zone. Single mum, sound engineer, events are shut down, has a little idea. Boom. Now we're going to take it to another level and go global with it. And this could be you. Listen to me. This could be you. The only difference is she took action. She did everything we told her to do. I want to encourage you to do the same. Tonight's my opening night. I said I wouldn't go longer than 45 minutes. It's been about 40 minutes tonight. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be speaking on mindset again, but I'm going to be bringing on this show a very special guest. I believe he's a leading light when it comes to marketing and when it comes to the whole online world. Over and over again, he gets voted number one. He gets voted the best. He's a freak of nature. and a whiz at what he does. Tomorrow night, I've asked him to do an exclusive interview with me. I'm trying to coerce him to give me a longer webinar. He's a very busy man. He's been inundated all over the world doing webinars and training people. And tomorrow night, I'm going to try and twist his arm a little bit. And you've got to register for these special exclusive webinars. Go to www.mesiti.com. There's a link right there going across your screen, www.mesiti.com/formula to register for the exclusive special guest webinar series. And we're going to be coming at you every day. I apologize, the emails came out a little bit late this afternoon. That won't be happening again. But hey, those of you that want to be here will be here. This will be on replay. Can I encourage you to click subscribe and share? Bring people on. Share the message. Guys, I know that we're really going to be experiencing a powerful month. I know what my guests have planned. I've spoken to them nearly every single day. Now, you don't want to be the one that hears about it. You want to be the one that experiences it. You want to be the one that's there. Hey, Elspeth, great to have you on there. Great to have you on there, Elspeth. Take action. You're right. Listen, every one of you that's there. Tomorrow night, another teaching on mindset and then a special interview. Saturday, what a gift we're giving you. Sunday, some more content. Monday morning and evening, 2 exclusive webinars with some incredible strategies to help you financially. You don't want to miss it. 9 a.m. Australian time, 7 p.m. Australian time. Those of you in the UK, New Zealand, you able to walk out your time zone differences. If you want a list to put in your diary so it'll come up on your Google Calendar, wherever it is, just go to bookings@mesiti.com, bookings@mesiti.com. Send us an email. We don't mind if we get inundated. We know how to do this, and we will send you the list of all the events on this month. And I won't be putting in there who's on when. I'm not doing that. I like to surprise, and I like to keep some things to myself. I'm asking you to trust the process. And if you trust the process, just like Elsbeth, there'll be a pot at the end of the rainbow. So, guys, it was great being with you this evening. I trust you enjoyed it. Hey, if you enjoyed, can you give me a yes, please? Or give me a yes if you enjoyed it. Thank you, Valerie, Elsbeth, Pamela, David, Carey, David Manor, my great friend is watching, Jamina, Mark Thompson, Ann Wheeler. Now, those of you on Facebook Live, please go over to our YouTube channel. Go over to our YouTube channel. Don't be old school on Facebook. Get in the YouTube channel zone. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, John. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Carol Stokes. Carol Stokes, the Angel Carol, and Greg, my brand new student. Colston Hughes, Lynette Chanley, great to have you. Tony Sheen, great to have you. Sue, great to have you. Maxwell, Karen, Pamela, Paul Cavallo, Paul Horse, I love it. And Bruce, thanks for being on there. Zosie, thank you so much for being on there. And so many of you, thank you, Gerald Powell, thank you, Graham, Elsbeth, and it's going to be, all of these are going to be replayed. Tony Ruff, thanks for being on there. Clive, thanks for being on there. Jeff Russell, Mike Guilford, thank you. David, thanks for being on there, guys. It's been a great night. And Mick, thanks for being on there. It's always lovely to see you, Carol, as well. Look, I really appreciate everyone. Look, I know I'm a straight shooter. And look, I want to mentor you. I want to push you. And I just so believe in you guys more than what you realize. And that's why I'm pushing you, because I want you to see that these are awesome times. These are great times. So I was blown away this afternoon by the international guest who said that he would want to come and speak to us via interview. My gosh. And just one of the world's leading economists coming in to speak to us. And, you know, guys that have got businesses floating on the stock exchange, coming to speak to you from their humble beginnings to what you can achieve. I wouldn't miss out one of these webinars, interviews, or videos, guys. Get on board. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you for being out there in the back room there organising all of this. God bless you, everyone. You have a prosperous life. See you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.